Students, welcome to day 18 study plan of commerce. If you had not watched my previous videos, kindly watch and follow the study plan. Everyday questions and answers links are posted in the description box. Please refer the same. Do not skip the video. Please watch fully. If these videos are useful, kindly like, share and subscribe. Students, let us see day 18 questions. Very short answers. What is meant by grading? Grading means classification of standardized products into certain well-defined classes. It is the process of sorting or classifying products. It is done on the basis of certain characteristics such as quality, size, etc. Now let us see what define product. Product is the main element of marketing. Without a product, there can be no marketing. According to Philip Kotler, a product is anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use, or consumption that might satisfy a want or a need. So, product is it is offered in the market for the consumption that might satisfy a want or need. What is e-business? A business is production or purchase and sale of goods undertaken for making profit uh, and acquiring wealth through satisfaction of human wants. So, if this business activities are conducted through internet or other online tools, it is called e-business. Now, let us see short answers. What is meant by public sector? Industries which are invested and owned by the government are known as public sector undertakings. The number of industries reserved for public sector was reduced from 17 as per 1956 policy to only 8 industries. Currently, only atomic energy, defense and railways are government monopoly industries. Now let us see any three impacts on globalization. Because of globalization, multinational corporations, they can manufacture, they can produce, buy and sell goods worldwide. A globalization has led to increase in consumer product market. The advent is the arrival of foreign companies and growth in economy has led to job creation. Now we write a short note on new economic policy. The new economic policy are liberalization, privatization, globalization. So the base for new economic policy in various countries of the world is a Dunkel draft, which was all about general agreements on trade and tariff. This is an agreement between countries, many countries, uh, for the purpose of promoting international trade by reducing or eliminating trade barriers such as tariffs, that is taxes or quotas. So this Mr. Arthur Dunkel, he submitted 22,000 page document for the World Trade Organization, and it is followed by many nations to adopt their respective new economic policies. India is one among such nations to commit itself to new economic policy in 1991. Now we'll see how consumers are exploited. There are many ways given in the textbook. There are 9 ways: selling at higher price, adulteration, duplicate or spurious goods, artificial scarcity, substandard product, and then product risk, warranty and services, unsuitability of products, false advertisements. You can write any 5. First you write all the list out all the side headings, then you explain any 5 side headings. Now, first one I have taken selling at higher price. The price charged by the seller for a product service, it should not be commensurate with the quality, that it should be equivalent. Sometimes the price will be higher, but when you see the quality, it may not be equivalent to the price. So even though sellers have surplus or adequate goods, sometimes they create artificial scarcity. so that they can push up the price and they can make a profit. So consumers are forced to buy the short supply of goods at higher prices in the black market. So in this way, the customers are exploited. And next is adulteration. Adulteration is mixing or substituting undesirable materials in food. This causes heavy loss to the consumers. So this also lead to monetary loss and spoil the health. But adulterers make illegitimate, that is illegal profit, while prudent businessmen aim at normal profit. Whenever the unscrupulous, unfaithful traders seek to reap higher profit, they do that out of greed. They seek to adulterate the products. So adulteration is quite common in food articles, and it is a crime and it cannot be pardoned, it cannot be forgiven, as it spoils the very health of consumers. Few examples of this adulteration is: honey is adulterated with water and table sugar to enhance the quantity. Powdered rice, wheat is adulterated with starch, and coffee powder is adulterated with tamarind seed, and papaya seed is added to black pepper. Chili powder is adulterated with brick powder. And next is third one, duplicate or spurious goods, that is illegal products. Okay, the duplicate product, duplicate the popular products illegally produced and sold. So duplicates are available plenty in the market. For every original and genuine parts or components like automobiles, spare parts, blades, pens, watches, radios, even medicine, jewelry, clothes, and even for currency notes, duplicate medicines are also sold in large measure from Kanyakumari to Kashmir. A consumer is not in a position to distinguish duplicate from the original because it looks like same. Artificial scarcity. This you studied in short answers, very short answers. So that point you can write this. In some situations, the shopkeepers put the board no stock, though he has more stock in the store in order to make more money. Okay, even in cinema house, a board may be hung in the main entrance houseful, but the tickets will be freely available at high price in the black market. And next is product risk. Whenever we use the usage of goods, it's if it is likely to cause any danger or hurts the consumers, the manufacturer should he has to forewarn, he has to give the information about the product, about the danger involved in the product, and the precautionary measures to be taken by the consumer. Everything should be given, intimated. In the absence of such information or any warnings, consumers may encounter, they may face with risk while using the risky products. So these are the 5 points. And next is we are going to see the role of business in consumer protection. So consumer protection, in that business also has certain role responsibilities. First one is avoidance of price hike. Business enterprises should desist. Desist means here stop from hiking the price. Now, why they hike the price? In the context, they say it is because of the shortage of goods or articles. They may hike the price, but it should be avoided. And avoidance of hoarding. They should not hoard the product. Hoarding is what uh, they uh, they will it is the collection of goods in large quantity. They'll keep it in a secret place just to create shortage artificially so that they can sell the goods at higher price. That should not be done, that should be avoided. Okay, and next, guarantee. They should guarantee for the good quality. Business enterprise should not give any false warranty for the products. Instead, they can supply the good quality. And next, the product information. They should give a detailed, a complete information regarding the product, size, quality, quantity, substances used, and side effect, precaution, weight, exchange, mode of application, etc. And truth in advertising. Whenever the business enterprises are conveying any messages regarding the product, they should not give any false or untrue or bogus the fake information relating to the product through the advertisement in media. So thus it misleads the consumers. And next is consumer grievances, where the business enterprises should have the customer care department. It should handle the grievances, any dissatisfaction or any complaints of consumer. Immediately it has to be attended. Okay, students, I have explained today's 8 questions. Hope you understood and you will follow the same. Thank you for watching. You please don't forget to watch my other videos for accounts. Keep watching my videos. If you like these videos, please subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you.